guys, this is Swati and you're watching me on Discover the Magic Within. Today, actually, just after the meditation, I felt inspired to share this video with you, which is going to be about spiritual awakening, my spiritual awakening. So, there's a request, please मेरे व्यूअर्स कई एक दो ने रिक्वेस्ट की थी कि हिंदी में ही वीडियो बनाऊं बट देखो इट्स जस्ट अबाउट हाउ आई फील. वो जैसे अंदर से आता है ना, वो जिस भी लैंग्वेज में आए बस वो आ जाता है. मतलब आई डोंट कंट्रोल माई सेल्फ, आई जस्ट गो विद द फ्लो. तो प्लीज़ बेयर विद मी एंड दैट्स ऑल आई कैन से. So just after the meditation, I was getting these reflection and insights about my journey, and I just felt कि I should share this with you कि जब spiritual awakening होती है किसी के लाइफ में, वो हर एक की लाइफ में अलग अलग होगी ही होगी डेफिनेटली. बट मुझे लगा कि मुझे अपनी लाइफ की ये जो जर्नी है मुझे आप लोगों के साथ में शेयर करनी चाहिए. So there was a time in my life when I felt so broken, so heartbroken actually, because no, एक phase था life में when I was separated from my loved ones, my very own, जिसको मैं अपनी family कहती हूँ. I would call them my only ones whom you know, जो हमारे एक ही अपने होते हैं ना. I was just separated from them, and वो जो phase था I felt the most loneliest, and I could not forgive them, I could not forgive myself, and I had this great sense of guilt, a very, you know, how do I describe this? I mean, I was at my worst. Okay, I was really going through my worst phase of life, I would say, and where I was not able to accept myself. When I was not able to accept myself, I had those inferior feelings कि मेरे जैसा, you know, कोई है नहीं इस धरती पर. And all I wanted to really do in my life was to commit suicide. So being honest about what I have gone through. Well, this is not to dishearten anybody, this is just to empower. So my intent is to just empower you guys here and nothing else. So yes, there are times in your life when you will feel the worst, you know. Matlab you have no control over your emotions, about your mental health, and you just go down and down and feel bad and bad each day. Each passing day becomes like a pressure. It becomes like a it becomes so miserable कि आपको बस लगता है कि you just want to finish up everything, you just want to escape through this life. And that's what I was going through in my life. But you know, I was just looking for spiritual places like satsang, or some kind of meditation, some kind of, you know, retreat, or something that could, you know, give me that spark back in my life, or could give me that life back. Actually, really, I was going through that, and I just switched from one to another to another, and I was in a process of exploring, of searching, and, you know, finding things for me that would, you know, accept me, you know, give me that love, give me that acceptance in my life, and make me know who I am. Make me know my power. I was feeling so worthless, and so hopeless, and so powerless. Truly, guys, this is no exaggeration. I think the way I'm describing is would only be less of what I have really gone through, or what I have really felt in my life. Okay, but you know, one thing I've learned in life, people told me this, but I was not able to see that thing, that dark days only come when there are brighter days ahead. You know, there is a sunset because there is going to be a sunrise tomorrow. So after every night there is a day, there is the sun coming, and I just could not see my sun coming anywhere in my life. Okay, I was just so shattered completely. But then this was how I was one day, you know, coincidentally led to Brahma Kumaris. Yes, this was the only place where I actually found that solace. I found that peace, found that serenity. I found that actual connection with myself. It was not like magic. No, it was not. It was a very, some people just learn the hard way. It was that with me. Um, I went through a complete breakdown in my life, and that was when I was like compelled. Okay, God, universe was like universe was like pushing me. Ki, this is the path. This is the path you have to take. But I was not ready. I was just ignoring it, resisting it, because I just wanted my family. I just wanted that love. I just wanted my loved ones in my life. I didn't wanted anything else at that time. No knowledge, nothing. And I was totally resisting this change. Okay, but God really happened to come into my life through Brahma Kumari. This is how um, I came to know God. Honestly speaking, guys, I got to know myself firstly. Okay, when you don't know yourself, you know, it's very difficult to know God. But He was that person in my life who came like um, a magical person who just showed me the way. Okay, this is the way you have to come. Okay, every day it was like that bitter medicine. You see the child when the mother gives a spoon of medicine and he just cries, I don't want to take it, I don't want to take it. And I was that kind of a child, resisting so much. I was okay with the pain, but I didn't want it to, take that medicine, but I had to, because it was like a do or die situation. Either you take healing, either you heal yourself, or just go and die. This was the only thing. I was on that crossroads where there was this only option left for me. And I felt, okay, this is the only way. Means I just sat down with myself, and somehow that spiritual awakening started. I felt that there is a higher power that has an eye on me, that has a lot to offer, I think, which I'm not ready to accept. Who just loves me, or who just knows me. That was enough for me, that I was visible to somebody. Somebody was having an eye on me, and he had that acceptance for me, that knowing that, okay, what you're looking at yourself right now, you're just looking at what you are in this present state of mind, but you're not just this person. You are that lion, you are that lioness, you are the king of that you're the son of that almighty authority. Okay, you're not this goat, you're not this sheep, you're not this cowardly person that you're thinking of yourself, that I can't accept myself, I can't love myself, I just hate myself, I just don't want to be with myself. Ye jo bhi aap soch rahe ho, this is not you, but you are something very higher and very bigger. You're my child. Oh my God, this one feeling and this one acceptance, this one realization gave me that awakening, brought me back to myself. I got that, I just got connected to myself, where I could really slowly, gradually, each day I was just getting healed, each day I was just getting better. I started accepting myself for who I was, for not comparing myself to others, for not hating myself for what I've done in the past, for not being in guilt for what others have done to me, and just accepting myself as who I am. Accepting myself and looking at myself the way God looks at me. Okay, He calls me as a sweet child. I'm the sweet child of God. And every that little realization, every day, that coming to the spiritual class, attending that class, learning how to meditate. Okay, that was how actually my spiritual awakening started. This is going to be different for everybody out there, but I just felt like going from extremely hopeless condition, where all everybody who knew me, means my loved ones, my relatives, they just wanted to raise their hands like, this person is just impossible. Okay, there's nothing we can do with this person. And that was when God picked up that, I would say, piece of garbage. That is all I can call myself at that moment of my life. Okay, that moment when I was rejected by everyone whom I knew in my life as my very own people. And that was the moment when actually God came in my life and He accepted me for who I was. That shit, that piece of shit, who I was, I thought, but I was not that. He told me, "You are the jewel of my eyes. You are the love of my life, and you are the light of my life." Okay? He just told me that, and those words really touched my soul. And that was the time I realized that who I am, okay, for whom I have to live my life. There is somebody who can give me that love which I never received from my mother, from my father, from anybody, not even my partner. And forget about loving. And I understand that they were not responsible to give me that love because I wasn't loving myself. Somewhere I was running away from myself, my own emotions, and not accepting my own sense of being. And this is why they all were mirroring back to me what I was feeling inside of me. But when God entered my life, when the spiritual awakening, this process started, and I was led on this journey, I realized that who actually I am, and what God really transformed this pebble into a rose, into a fragrant flower. This is like a miracle for me, a dream come true. I never thought, I could never even dream of, inspiring people, or, being their life like this, or sharing my life story with you all. But this is how I feel. Like, why I'm sharing this with all of you here is that I know there would be someone who's listening to my story today and would be feeling the same way, maybe what I was feeling then. But trust me, even if you go through the darkest night of the soul, even if you go through the worst days of your life, I mean, nothing else, you feel like there's nothing left, you can see no ray of hope. But trust me, guys, if there is any one of you watching out there, listening to me, and has been here throughout the video, I'm telling you that there is somebody whom you can rely on, and that is God. That one person can change your entire life, your entire being, your entire soul. Okay, he can purify you, he can shower that immense love onto you, he can fill you with his love, and he is that ocean of love which we all are looking for, because we all are like infinite beings, and we look for fulfilling our lives with those finite people in our lives. Those were so physical, those were so limited, those were so, I can't describe it anymore, which are so limited basically. And but we are infinite beings, and only an infinite and eternal being can only satisfy the quest that the soul has in it. Okay, so that's all I wanted to deliver. I just want to tell you that even if you're going through whatever it is, the darkest or the worst days of your life, trust me, you can look upon up to him, for trust, for that faith, for that love, for that guidance. But you will have to take that step one. When you just make that one step ahead, he is ready to embrace you, and he is ready to take you over with 1,000, 1,000,000 steps, I would say, just to embrace you for who you are, for letting you know who you are, for what you are to become, for what there is more to come in your life, for all the miracles that you hold, for the magnificent being, for the perfect being that he wants to create through you. So, guys, never feel disheartened, never feel hopeless in your life, because every dark day will be replaced with a very most brightest day, and the saddest days of your life will be replaced with the most magical days of your life, most amazing days of your life. That's all I wanted to say. I know the video has gone lengthier, but that was a heart to heart conversation which I felt I should do because I was called to do this. So, thank you so much for listening to me, for bearing with me, for being there till now. Lots of love, sending lots of love and light to each one of you. Thank you so much. Bye bye. Do take care of yourselves. Bye bye.